More shocking details have emerged from the remand request that is accessed by Mirror now. The document details the brutality of this incident, establishing how the accused lured the victim, sexually assaulted her, and then killed her. It is also revealed that the accused forced alcohol into the victim before raping and murdering her.
Painful even to read what that brave lady went through. But the police here say that it's a confession statement of all the accused, and they have a very tight case against them. They also found the Ganesha locket and the butter from which they identified the victim's body, and they say that victim's body was charred to death by the accused. And they have now very circumstantial evidence, and they have made the case very strong against the four. This case, in fact, brought a lot of attention, and people across India commented that such act happened in one of the main cities of India. Now they're demanding that the speedy justice should be done, and in fact, people are also horrified over the fact that their parents had to go to at least 4 police stations to register the case. There was intense pressure on the government that the accused should be dealt with strictest punishment, and the case should be, brought to justice as early as possible. Chief Minister Chandrasekhar Rao also now has commented that, like in a Warangal rape case, where there was a fast track court set up and the justice was delivered in 56 days. This also should be case in the incident in another incident which happened, and they said that the fast track court will be set up for this case too. What is important is that the accused are not being, the police maintains a very tight case, and brings up enough proof against the accused, which they believe this time they have, and people are looking for speedy justice. What is also important is the police officers who neglected their duty, they also will be given a stricter public are demanding a stricter punishment should be given also to them.
Meanwhile, 4 days after the gruesome rape and murder of the doctor, chorus now grows louder for death penalty for the accused of this crime. Candlelight marches were in fact held across the country on the weekend, demanding justice for the victim. Now, spiritual leader Sadhguru in fact spoke to the Times Network on this horrific incident of rape and murder in Cyberabad. He said that instead of blaming the law enforcement in such incidents, people should rather work towards educating and maturing the society on what to do to women in distress. In fact, we also spoke to actor Rakulpreet Kaur, who demanded a strict punishment to the offenders involved in the cases of rape.
Many other rural women who were picked up like this, probably they're never found, never reported. I don't know how many. Nobody knows how many, but I'm sure it's happening in very distressing number of people, it's happening. So one thing is law enforcement, but in a large country like this where we are with policing, I don't believe suddenly you can make law enforcement in such a way that everywhere there will be police. It's not going to work. We just have to educate and mature the society, and above all, educate and mature both young men and women, that if you see a woman in distress or even if there's a possibility, somebody should act.
It's really unfortunate that something like this happens. I was fuming yesterday. There's an uneducated lot, or people from villages or wherever, not exposed to women in proximity, end up coming into cities, and then city lives are different. What do? But I feel everybody, every parent needs to inculcate right habits in their boys, It's not the problem of what the women are wearing, it's about how you're looking at women.
The Chief Minister has condemned this incident and sought stringent punishment for the accused. The 4 accused are being kept in solitary confinement and are lodged in a high-security cell in Cherlapalli Central Prison in Telangana. Remember, this is of course extremely crucial because the entire incident had sent shockwaves across the country. There was a massive outrage over the manner in which this brutal incident had come to light, following which we saw how the Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao broke his silence and has ordered a fast-track trial into the horrific abduction and murder of the 27-year-old doctor from Cyberabad. Let me go across to my colleague Paul, who's joining me on the broadcast. Paul, this is, of course, extremely important because all this while people were questioning what is the word coming in from the Chief Minister. He has finally broken his silence and has demanded a fast-track trial of the 4 accused.
Well, that's right. After almost 3 to 4 days after the horrific incident in Hyderabad, the Chief Minister's office has put out a press release from the CM. He's called this particular incident as barbaric and also said he's condemned it in the highest words. He has said that a fast-track court will be set up to ensure that justice will be served in this particular case. Earlier as well, he had expressed deep anguish, is what his office says, though officially they hadn't conveyed anything. In this particular case, the CM has decided to set up a fast-track court to deal with the case, is what the press release says. And he also says they will take measures to ensure that such kind of issues do not happen again. They've also mentioned a case from Warangal in which a fast-track court was set up, and the verdict came in 56 days. And at that point of time, the judicial system was hailed across the country in that particular case. He's saying a similar thing will happen in this case as well. The verdict should come out quickly and justice should prevail.
Okay. All right. We'll have to leave it there, Paul. Many thanks for joining us and bringing us all those updates coming in this case. But let's also tell you about how in the horrific Cyberabad gang rape and the murder of the 27-year-old doctor,